If you truly want a woman to get attached to you and stick to you like glue, she must open up, divulge, and tell you her deepest, darkest secrets. Things that she would only tell her girlfriends or best friends. Oftentimes, guys get really nervous and they ask boring, bland questions when they meet women. Questions like, so what do you like to do on your free time? What do you like to do for fun? Where do you work? What's your favorite color? What type of movies you like? Listen, that's boring. Women need constant stimulation. They run off feelings, okay? Now, when you ask these questions, you don't want to do it over text or over FaceTime or Skype or anything like that. You want to do it when she's sitting in front of you or next to you, preferably your home on the couch, so things can escalate into something physical. So I came up with 5 questions you can use to get into a woman's head. Number 1, ask her, what's the craziest thing you've ever done for or with a guy? Now, the with a guy part is important for this question is because if you ask her, so what's the craziest thing you've ever done? She'll tell you, oh, I petted a stingray, or I went scuba diving, or I swam with some dolphins, I visited the Eiffel Tower, some goofy like that. You want to know the with a guy part because it will tell you how far she's willing to go, the extreme she's willing to take for a guy who she's truly attracted to, truly interested in. So she could say, I drove 4 hours a week to go see a guy that I was really into, my ex-boyfriend. Or she could say, oh, I gave my ex-boyfriend $10,000. Or I bought my ex-boyfriend a brand new car. Anything like that, right? Now you know, okay, so she's willing to do all that for a guy she really wants. So this is what I should expect from her. All right, nothing less. So if she's like, oh, I don't feel like coming, you're like, oh, but you did tell me you drove 4 hours or 8 hours to go see a guy who you were with in the past. Or she says, I don't have any money. I don't pay for dates. You can say, oh, you know, didn't you say you paid for a guy who was in jail, or you gave him money, put money on his books, whatever the case may be. Or she could say, me and my ex-boyfriend and my best friend, we were drunk a couple years back, and, you know, we fooled around and things happen like that. So, you know, okay, so she's that type of freaky girl. She's willing to do that if she gets a few shots in her, right? This question is very important. It will let you know what type of girl she is and what she's willing to do for a guy who she's really into. Number 2, ask her, what's your love language? Now, every woman knows the love languages. Trust me, they read these books. They're into that stuff. So the 5 love languages are quality time, words of affirmation, gift giving or gift receiving, physical touch, and words of affirmation. So if she tells you something like, oh, I like receiving gifts. All right, I know what type of girl you are. Or if she says, I like physical touch. You know, oh, so she's, you know, a more sensual girl. She likes to touch and everything like that. So that's a good thing. That's a plus. Or if she says, I like spending quality time. You know, hey, she might want a lot of your time. She might want you know, a lot of attention. If she likes words of affirmation, that means she likes attention. That means she likes guys giving her compliments. Okay, so you know that, man, I might have to tell this girl she looks attractive, she looks pretty, and she is most likely a girl who seeks external validation from not just me, but other people. This is what I can expect. Okay, this is very important. The most important thing you want to look for is physical touch. Okay, because us men like to get it on. We like to, you know, we're physical beings. So if she says physical touch, that's great. If she says acts of service, that means, oh, she might be a caring girl. She might be a girl that likes to, you know, help other people's out, help the less fortunate. That's also a very good quality to have. Number 3, and this is one of my favorite questions to ask a woman because it'll boost her comfortability level up from a 2 or 3 all the way to a 9 or 10, just like that within seconds. Because she's like, oh, wow, I just told this guy something that I've never probably told anybody else. Okay. Now, warning, she's going to tell you something crazy, something that you've never heard of. You'll look at her and say, wow, you're that type of girl. You look kind of innocent. And she'll giggle and laugh, right? And she's going to tell you something erotic, most likely. Okay. So ask her this question. What's something that you've never done before that you'd like to try once? Now, she might tell you something like traveling, or I like to do this or that, or visit a museum. You shift the focus back to you a guy in something physical. Then she'll say, oh, okay, well, I'd like to try this with a guy I've never done before. She might say, oh, I always wanted to kiss a girl, or this or that. She'll divulge and tell you a whole bunch of different things that she likes. And then you can go down the rabbit hole and start asking more questions about the things that she tells you. Number 4, ask her, what 3 body parts on a man turn you on the most? Now remember, you're going to be in front of her. She's going to be next to you. So it's going to be easy for you to transition into something physical, to get touchy, right? So let's say, for example, she says, oh, I like a guy's shoulders. You can say, oh, I did a workout at the gym earlier. You know, my shoulders are kind of sore. You mind touching them? You mind rubbing them for me? Or she might say, oh, I like a guy's abs. You can say, oh, okay, you want to touch my abs? You can lift your shirt up. You say, oh, you like how they feel? Or she might say, I like a guy's lips. And you can go in for a kiss. You want to say, you want to try mine out, see how soft they are? Whatever you want to do, right? However you want to word it, so you can escalate things and they can get physical. And in turn, what she'll ask you most likely is, what do you like on a woman, right? What are your top 3 favorite body parts? And you can say, oh, I like this, I like hips, I like thighs, whatever. And you can start touching on her and going from there. But this question is all designed for you to escalate, for her to participate and start touching you, as opposed to you making the first move all the time. Number 5, ask her this. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? Now, this question is designed to tap directly into her insecurities. She's able to be open and vulnerable with you. And when she tells you these things, her trust level will just skyrocket and go through the roof with you. Because she say, wow, I told this guy about this. I never told a family member. I've never told an ex-boyfriend that I really loved. I never told my girlfriends what I'm so insecure about. And women are extremely insecure. So she looks at herself in the mirror. She says, wow, I wish I could change this. I wish I wasn't born like this. I wish I didn't have this on me. I wish this wasn't a part of me. And the more she tells you, the more comfortable she'll get with you. And the more she'll want to just give to you. Because women are extremely insecure. They don't like a lot of things about themselves. You might think that, man, she's so attractive, and you might be looking over something that she looks in the mirror she just does not like, that she is repulsed by, right? So ask her these 5 questions, guys. Very important if you want to get into a woman's head.